He gives me so much trouble.
Back and forth.
He's like, I'll get my marathon in, don't worry. Hi, I'm Dr. Connie here from Movement Solutions Physical Therapy. We're here at the Azusa Pacers today with Maria and Frank, and we're really excited to hear about their story, kind of how they started, and some of the inspiring stories of their members along the way. So how long have you guys had this club, and kind of how did it start?
We've been around for 3.5 years now. Yes, and it's been such an amazing journey. It's grown
So fast that we thought it was going to be small,
Right.
but it just grew.
Nice.
And what inspired us to get started was actually the pandemic. It was a time when everyone was afraid to come out and to exercise. There was so much fear. Depression was up on the roof. So we thought, and actually we were so busy
Running. And
elsewhere and never in our own city. So we started exploring our own area, our own city, and we were like, wow, go ahead.
oh,
You got so much beauty around here.
no, what it is that we just have so much to offer. We didn't even know that how much we have. We have trails, we have hills, we have pretty much beauty in Azusa. So my wife said, well, I want to start a running club here in Azusa. I go, well, think about that first. I go, that's a lot of work and everything, because she wanted to give back. What the Pacers had given to her, what she wanted to do is give back to those that here in this community that, as you can see how it's grown so much and how this city needed something like this, and to grow that fast is like amazing.
Right? Cool.
Like out.
And then have there been any, I'm sure you've seen lots of people along the way, but any stories of like how this has impacted the people's lives that you've been serving here?
So many stories. Well, here's one of them. I'll bring this one now because since Dr. Connie was here, we had a runner. It was never a runner. Came in with precondition. Finally signed. She done 5Ks, 10Ks, and she went for her first half, and that was Ventura. Amazing runner. Comes out and does her first half and does a 9-minute pace out there in her first time.
Never ran
That's
before.
awesome.
Never ran.
Yes.
So it's something that I'm proud of because she came from my precondition.
Yes.
So it gives you an idea where the rewarding that I get out of it is see them how they excel and achieve their goals. And I think her next step is she wants to do a full
marathon. We're
Right.
gonna get her to do that.
Do one of those.
Yes.
Yeah. And I love how you guys have like, you've got the walker group, you've got the preconditioning group, then you got the half, like there's definitely these stepping
Something
stones
for
that are built
everyone.
Different
in.
levels.
Right?
There's a pace for everyone.
Yes.
And you know, it's all those little things that you sometimes don't think that make an impact on people. Like one of our runners mentioned to me that the only reason that he came back was because we were all so welcoming, and the fact that during that time that he joined us, he was going through a dark time in his life, and he came. He didn't know anybody. He came back the next week, and I went up to him and I addressed him by his name, and he said, wow, she remembered my name. I matter.
Yeah, right?
I matter. I'm somebody, and that really touched me. Just those little things that you don't think that go a long way. Just addressing someone by their own name.
Yeah. Right?
That goes a long way.
And especially I noticed there are lots of hugs and there's lots of smiles, and not only from you guys, but it's kind of the mentality of the whole group is like, hey, we're here, we're having fun, we're bringing people out. And especially when you're going through a dark time, having people that are just there for you can be super helpful.
Yes.
Important.
And we want everybody to feel inclusive, whether they're a walker, whether they're just starting to run, whether they're seasoned marathoners, whoever it is. We just want everybody to feel inclusive, that they're part of this group, and we just like to welcome everybody.
Pretty much saying we don't leave anybody behind.
Yeah.
That's our goal is like be part of the family. And,
Yes.
Yeah.
you know, that's one thing we, as you can see, is everybody's very, hey, good morning, how you doing?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's how this community has grown. It's just a great friendship we get out of it too, you know.
Yeah.
Meet new people, you know, nice.
And so you guys do 2 runs during the week, right?
Yes.
So what are the runs you do? Kind of what days and times?
Wednesdays, we do at 6 p.m. here at Pioneer Park. And that's more of a fun run where we just do 3 miles. We have 2 options, 3 miles and 5 miles. And Saturdays are more structured. That's when we do our long runs. And
Or we get prepared for those who are training for any other races.
Yeah.
You know, there's quite a few races, so we had to
Yeah, stagger and work
stagger
with
them
things.
with
Yeah.
everything too. So that's why
Yeah.
she came out with a great plan that it really helped out a lot. We tried this year was putting signs up for paces.
Yeah.
So it kind of puts everybody in the right spot where they should feel comfortable at.
Right, right.
And I always encourage, if you don't feel ready, stay until you feel ready, then you move up. So it helped out a lot of them. So as my group today, I noticed they really good because a new cycle started.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be busy.
Right. But then it's awesome too that your half marathoner is then helping out with the preconditioning
Yes.
group. So it's like then it's
There's
these
always
steps to bring
teamwork.
everyone along too.
yeah.
Right.
And
Awesome.
and you know, if if they're not feeling a pace, then they could jump into the next pace and not feel like, oh no, I have to stay in this group.
No.
So they have that option of, you know, wherever they feel
Wherever you're
comfortable.
comfortable.
So this way there's a pace for everyone, and like I said, everybody feels inclusive.
Right.
And it's really helped having the different pace groups because it keeps everybody together.
Yeah.
And when we first started, we were too small to have pace groups, but we noticed that some of them would be left behind, and then they would feel like, I'm slow, I'm slowing down the group. And that's something that we don't want anyone to feel like, I'm not fast enough. And we want everybody to know that it doesn't matter how slow, how fast you are. You're out here getting it done, and that's what matters.
Right.
You know, not everybody does it or has the opportunity. So just the fact that they're out here getting it done, that's a lot. That's a big deal.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
a big deal.
Right.
We have a great community because they help
Yes.
each other.
Yes.
That's one thing I like about it. Because the guy can be fast. Stop and come back and help the guy. Let me help you. I'll bring you in.
Yeah. Right.
And that's one thing I like about our community because everybody's very
And they help.
supportive.
They see somebody like just tying their shoe. Are you okay? Did something happen?
Right, right.
I'm just tying my
Are you
shoe.
okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's so awesome. Everybody works together. We have great teamwork. Yeah.
And even what you guys were mentioning about LA and how you have people who will run back, find out what the runner needs, run to the tent, get it ready so that when they come up, they've got it. Like that's such good like teamwork and support and help. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have fun on that one.
Right.
You get to do your own marathon just running back and
Right,
forth.
just little
I think
laps.
that's good.
Right.
Yeah.
Rigo's, I think, is the only one that does a 26.2 miles doing
Back and
pace,
forth, back and forth.
Right. He's like, I'll get my marathon in. Don't worry. Like I'm just in this one little mile right here. Right. Nice. What kind of other events do you guys do to support the club? I know you've got some other dinners and stuff coming up.
Yes, we have our carpload dinner coming up.
Yeah, probably is coming up for just. It's something that it's we have our coaches that we give them a little prep talk, and then we'll have a special speaker, the do's and don'ts, encourage them what to expect on the race day, and
Give them
just
tips and then just to pump them up for the race.
Just to get them all hyped up
And ease those nerves.
because it's something that you work so hard for.
Yeah.
And you have someone come and help you out and just give you that last little bit of tip
Yeah.
to be able to finish that race.
Right. And I noticed your coaches gave some really good tips about like tapering, no new shoes and stuff beforehand.
Oh,
So you guys have quite a few coaches that help with
we
the
have
club, right?
amazing coaches.
yes.
Yes,
Definitely.
amazing.
Yeah, can you tell me a little bit more about the coaches, how they help support the group?
We have our marathon coach.
It's on top.
Yes, Coach Jerry, who's just been amazing. And he's so humble, and he does so much
He
for.
does for the runners.
Yes,
He watches each
He
runner.
watches every of his runners. He follows them on Strava. They come first before he does. And you know, even though he's right now has his issue with his injury, he's still he'll leave that alone, and you know
Focus
he'll
on
see
his
when
runners.
Right.
Yeah.
He wants them to
succeed.
Because the one thing about him, I love when he says it. He goes, "I'm watching you.
Right?
So you did not do your run," and I'm laughing because
Yeah.
they're all watching. And then I hear the comments, "No, you have to run because Jerry's watching." That's what I love
Right?
about
And it's
that.
like that extra little layer of accountability.
Yes.
Because a lot of times too, it's like, oh, I don't need to do that run. I'll be fine when I get there. But that consistency
Yes.
really
It
builds up on itself. And,
And he's done all of our routes.
oh,
For,
that's awesome.
for all of our groups. So
Yeah. So you guys have a good
And then-
team that works
yeah,
together.
so we
too.
have Coach Jerry, we've got Coach Rhonda, who's a breast cancer survivor.
Oh.
She's amazing. She's come a long way too. Coach Eric, who helps the half marathon group.
Also
And-
does intervals.
Oh yeah.
Just
Yes.
help them out for those who want to get going.
Yeah.
Help them out to be okay. Let's do this, and he gets them going.
And he got a lot of them to do their first marathon, and in fact, they're training for their first marathon. So this coming marathon would be their first one, and,
Right.
and he got them to do that. So
Oh, so
Yes, that's
exciting.
Amazing person.
yeah.
Great
And
group.
then we have our preconditioners coach.
I don't know who he is.
Oh my gosh. He gives me so much trouble. Oh my gosh.
It was really
I
cool
know that
seeing you
guy.
guys all lining up too with the different paces, and you're like, all right, we got to be louder than the walkers here. Like, we got to do this.
He's our preconditioners coach.
I took the spot because our regular coach got injured.
Oh yeah.
So we needed to fill in. I
And
said,
he
well, I'll
stepped
fill
in.
in until she gets recovered, but she's been going through a lot right now. So I'm here for right now for now. And then I'm happy just what I see, what I'm accomplished, what I can help them with.
Yeah.
They're so excited and they want to run more miles than our
Right.
schedule.
Right.
So we
Right.
have a plan for each group, and so they're preconditioners the most that they graduate doing a 10K.
Yeah.
Well, he has them doing more than
Like they're doing good. But sometimes when you assess the people that you have and you're like, all right, I can see where you're at, and then you're also like helping them grow and like level up to that next spot too.
It's exciting to see.
As you're a runner, you can tell by a runner. And that's why I encourage you, look, if you guys feel great, don't stop. See if you can catch up to the half marathons and stay with their pace, because you'll be in between us.
Right.
Because if you're not ready yet, then you come back with me.
Yeah. Right.
And so I'm not going to get hurt. I'm not going to cry. So-
Right.
and I always say, you guys can do this.
Yeah.
So I have several runners that they'll run me as a warm up, and they'll take off and catch up to them. And they're so comfortable.
Yeah.
Like right now, I have today I end up with 4 new runners,
Yeah.
and I'm excited because they were walkers.
Right.
So they've been so inspired that they're moving up, and that's what it's all about.
Yes. And it's perfect too because you have the interval where we're going to run a little bit, then we're going to walk a little bit. So it bridges that gap. It's not like, oh, you have to go from walking straight to running miles. It's like, hey,
So-
you have this in between.
So that's what the preconditioners group is. It's supposed to help those that are starting to run, that are new to running, or even those that have been running but haven't run in a long time and they're just coming back, or some of them that are injured and can run all the miles and they'll jump into that group.
Just to
Yeah,
say,
Yeah.
be conditioned.
Then you
and do
stay
that.
engaged too, right? And it's not like, oh, I have to be completely out. I can still participate and do
Exactly.
something. Nice.
And then we have our energetic walking coach, and that's
Yeah.
Coach Hilda. She's got so much energy, like you saw.
Right.
She gets them out there and pumps them
pumps them
up.
up.
Right.
As you can
And
see,
she's
they're supposed to be
amazing.
doing 3 miles, and I think she was supposed to say we might do 6.
Yeah.
Right? She's like, we could just.
And
right?
she
What
gets
I-
them to do it.
Yeah, what I like about her is that she knows her walkers.
Yeah.
She knows the limit, what they can do, and she knows that she makes it fun for them.
And she's so
Yeah.
cute because when I go and take their pictures, she's counting the
Right?
the
I heard they
walkers
did
that she's-
introductions too, so that like even the new people, they get their name out there another time. Everyone like, because sometimes I find in groups like you've been running with someone for a while and then
And
you're
you don't
like,
know their
oh my
name."
gosh, I just realized I don't know your name. And so that's awesome. that-
Imagine all the names you gotta remember.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Yeah,
it
it's
becomes a
getting
lot.
hard
So it's
to
good to
remember
like
everybody.
have those
Yeah.
repeats and like, okay, or like I thought I knew your name. Was that the right name? Yes, it was. Okay, cool. So even just confirmation if you do know that,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got it.
And then we have our coach Amy, who is
Our trail coach.
Oh,
trail running
I didn't
coach.
know you had a
Tra-
trail running coach.
Yes, we do trails every third Saturday of each month, and she came up with the name Trap,
Trap.
which is Trail Runners Azusa Pacers.
Oh, I like that.
So now
She's like, once you get in the trap, you'll never go back. It's like, you're going to love it. You're going to go trail running and love it. Right?
yes,
She is amazing.
she's come a long way. Also, when she first joined us,
She started from the bottom up.
yeah,
Same thing.
and
Yeah.
And
she's
now
such
she's
a
an amazing
hardworking. Yeah,
runner. Yeah.
Yeah.
and when she sets herself to do something, she gets it done.
She gets it done.
Nice, nice. And especially like you said, you guys have a lot of trails around here. So I'm sure there are lots of awesome places to go
Yeah.
trail running.
Yeah, that's one thing is there are ways up there, but, and so we'll set dates for her, and then she's okay. We're gonna meet here,
Yeah.
right there. You know, I can't just start from here because they're too
It's
far.
too far. Yeah. By the time you get there. Yeah. Very cool.
And then we can't leave out our amazing pace leaders
Oh yes.
yeah.
Yes,
for the.
each one we have pace leaders.
Yeah, each of the groups. Yeah.
From our half, our
Well, the
10 or
9:30.
11.
We
I
start
can't
with
see
the
mine, but
9:30. Yeah, it's Caesar,
Yeah.
of course, Caesar and Coach Jerry. Then we've got the
Right, the 11,
We
the
have
9 to
we have
9:30.
Lily.
the second no. Then it's Maritza and
Oh,
Allie.
Maritza and Allie.
Maritza and Allie, and then it's Lily and Rhonda,
Lily and Lana.
and then we've got
Eric and Nick.
Eric. And they've
Awesome.
done such an amazing job leading the pace groups too. And it's
So-
been a good experience for all of them. We've gotten a lot of good feedback from all the runners. And
Right. It's so awesome.
yes,
So, what have you guys done? Like, I know you have done a lot of races and fun stuff yourselves too. Can you share a little bit about like your guys' journeys and things you've done lately?
I like your story better. Well, my
this
achievements.
is a huge achievement.
Right here's my.
Yeah.
I
The half Iron.
I saw done a half Ironman, and my goal is to do a full, and that's going to be next year.
Woo!
So that would be my achievement that I'm looking for. I do have something that I didn't bring up during our interview, is that I do triathlons with our group. I have just a few, but not a lot. So there's another level that we're trying to do, but hasn't took off yet as well, because we're still small.
But little by
Yeah.
little,
Little by little, it'll
it's
grow.
growing.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to say that I got my coach Jerry to do one this year, is the Hermosa Beach Triathlon.
Ooh.
So I'm excited.
So
for
it's
that.
out there, Coach
It's out.
Jerry.
So,
Sorry,
yeah,
it's
sorry
out
for
there.
Jim, but
Right, it's happening.
It's locked in.
You're doing
So
it.
I think a lot of these runners, they got so much they can do, and something that I can see in their eyes that they want to do it.
Yeah.
And I said, you can do it.
Right? And I feel like the Ironmans are nice too. Like there are some small tries that you can like get your feet wet in, just
Yeah.
try it a little bit, and then you go like, all right, go to the next level, the next level, the next level.
That's my achievement. I'm happy that I've done so far, and
Right?
to finish my goal on the full.
Yeah.
And for those of you that are not familiar with what an Ironman is, it's actually 3 events all in one day. It's swimming For the half,
hiking.
it's how
What?
many for swimming? How many
Swimming.
miles?
For what? Full?
For a half, the
Oh,
one you
half?
did?
Swimming is only a mile and a half.
Mile and a half. For cycling, it's
It's 56 miles.
56 miles. And then running, you do a half. And all in one day, guys. All in one day.
Right, in sequence.
Yes.
right.
Yes.
All in one day.
And
So
it-
that's a huge achievement.
It's something
And
that you
did
gotta be
it.
careful of. That
Awesome.
Yes.
there are cutoffs.
There are cut times.
There
like
are
me.
cutoff times. So that's one thing is you work so hard and you want to make sure you pass that cutoff time.
Yeah, I would be so sad to like, okay, I'm partway through the swim, and then oh no, we're not gonna make it to the
Yeah.
you
And
gotta
I'm
make sure you're
so proud of
ready.
him because he works so
Oh
hard.
no, I'm proud
Training.
of you.
He had our daughter, because she was a swimmer back in high school. And so when he first started training, she would come home and she'd be like, Mom, Dad, I'm worried about Dad. His swimming,
Oh, the stroke. I love the stroke
He's
one.
not perfect.
So he came a long
My phone
way.
is not perfect.
But honestly, too, like having somebody who knows is training with you and like, hey, can we smooth this out? Can we get more efficient? And then you're like, oh my gosh, this is so much easier once we've got the form down
Yeah.
My daughters are hard on me.
too. Right? That's awesome though. It's good to have those people. yeah.
They were.
So cool.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
you?
Maria.
Well,
Yeah.
I finally made it. I'm going to Boston.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yes.
Good news.
So I'm excited for her
Yeah.
because I seen her journey from the beginning of day one. And when she started training on her own, she would go to Citrus College and do her track.
Yeah.
Come with me. And now I went with her and I sit in the bench. You can
I
run.
was
No, no.
never a runner.
Yeah, she's never
I was never a
And
runner.
I'm sitting at the bench and I'm sitting and watching her.
So,
And then I go, oh, stop, you're killing me. I go, what did I do wrong?
exaggerates.
I go, you know who you remind me of? Tweety Bird.
Oh no!
That's how you're running like Tweety Bird. Well, show me. Well, not today. So her journey started from there.
Yeah.
And
Just took
things have just happened along the way. During a 5K, I tore my ligament from a pine cone because somebody was running and they went, psh, and it went right in front of me, and there I went.
Oh man.
And I kept running until I made it to the finish line. I still placed, but then once I finished, that was it.
Oh man.
And I remember I had a half marathon in a couple of months after that happened, or no, a month away. And he was, and I obviously couldn't do it because I was on a boot. And he was wheeling me in a wheelchair. And I remember there was this runner in front of me walking, and she had the Boston jacket on. And I was like, someday. And I would look at my boot. I know it seems impossible, but someday I'll be wearing that. I'll be there.
Right.
So,
I know that.
then, I mean, there's been hiccups along the way, things, you know, I tried at Mountains to Beach. It didn't happen there. I only made it to mile 23 when I collapsed. And then the following year I tried again, and I did make it this time at OC, but that's when Boston changed the standards, and so I didn't make the cut. I didn't make the
That's
cut.
so frustrating for her.
I
Like,
didn't make the cut.
like it's right there. I made it, and then you're like, oh, but
I
She
didn't
had the
make the
time,
cut.
oh
but
my goodness.
not enough time.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Yeah.
following year, let's try this again. And
Yeah.
this time I was like, you know what? I wanted to psych myself out and say, I'm not going for it, but if I feel good, I'm going to go for it. I'm not going to put the pressure on me of like looking at my pace. Okay, I have to get this in order to make it. I'm just going to enjoy it. And it worked.
Right.
It worked because I felt so good, and I'm like, you know what? I feel good. I'm just going to keep going.
Right.
And so I kept going and made it to the finish line.
Sometimes when we kind of like loosen the grasp a little bit, then it's like, okay, now I have the space to just get in there and do it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
yay. That's so awesome. Congratulations.
Thank
And I know,
you.
I'm sure when you saw the boot, it's like it's a long ways from here to there and definitely some ups and downs, but I'm sure
Yes.
like this has probably created
Then
a lot
I had
of
a foot
resilience.
surgery
and-
too. I had
Oh,
foot
right.
surgery.
You're-
Call her the bionic women. She got so fixed up her legs. That's why she's so fast.
Oh, right. You're like, it's not an advantage, but it's something that you work through, and I feel like you build that
Yes.
perseverance and that resilience, like with each thing
Yeah.
that comes at you. So I'm
And,
super
and
excited.
if I
for you.
did it, like anyone can do it, anyone, because I was never a runner, and you just have to believe, and you just never give up, and just keep going, and you will get there.
In life, we go to a
Yeah.
lot of obstacles. Just one thing is you just tell yourself you're a strong person. You can able to do it. Don't let anybody tell you like you can't. You can do it. It's possible. I've seen so many journeys like that, especially hers. She's gone through so much, and I'm so proud of her. She's an amazing person.
But what fills my heart with joy more than my own achievements is to see all of our runners, all of our members, reaching their goals, and the tears of joy of doing something that they never realized that they could do.
Absolutely.
And seeing that, it's so rewarding, and it's even a lot more fulfilling than our own achievements.
I feel good about it.
Yeah.
It's like we always talk about it, every individual runner, and it's just how much they start and get to where they're at. And I said, man, I feel good. That feels good. So it's like the work that we do here, it's rewarding already to see their achievements.
Right.
That's how I get out of it.
Yeah. And I remember you were telling me, like, even not just their running achievements, but like the change in confidence and like what it brings to the rest of their life too. It's like, we've got our physical goal, but then it bleeds over into so many other awesome things.
And it goes beyond just running. It's the friendships that are formed that will last a lifetime. Just to see them getting together on casual weekends and going out and becoming so close. It's nice to see that it's beyond just a running club.
Right.
Don't forget,
There's been a lot of
also help
connection.
winners. It helps out a lot of these people that are emotional. They come out, they feel good after a good run.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel good. This days I'm tired and burned, stressed, whatever. We do a run, we come back, and it goes,
And we feel
that was good.
We feel good. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very
It
stressful.
feels so good.
And there's so much even research on like even just little bits of running can help, and then when we go for
It
those
builds
longer
those
runs,
endorphins.
it puts it all into a good spot where it's like, all right, now we're able to focus better, we're able to feel
Yes.
better, and just approach the day with a whole new perspective.
Yes.
Right?
It really works. It works mentally, physically.
Right? It's all the
Yeah,
good things. So if people wanted to find more information on your club, where should they go?
Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah, we have Facebook and
Website.
Instagram. And we also have a website too. So if they can't, we have
Azusa
several chapters.
Pacers.
All you got to just go to the chapter, find
You Google
whoever-
Azusa Pacers,
Yeah, and just
and
go.
on Instagram we are under Azusa Pacers Official, and then on Facebook we're under Azusa Pacers. So we hope you guys can come and join us.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll be waiting.
We have a pace for everyone.
Yeah.
Yep. And I even love that you guys have an app now too, where people
we
can
have the
find
app.
all the
How
could we
information.
forget the app?
See?
Yes.
We have a new app, so
Thank
you
you,
come and
Dr.
join
Connie.
us. We have all the information for race, location, time, place,
Routes.
Even
Our,
we have
our
lost and
app
found.
team did an amazing
We have
job.
an awesome app team there. The
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, I call them.
Yes.
Right? That's
Yes.
awesome. So people can find all the information there too.
Yes.
And I'll even link to the website where people can download the app, and that way they can just get to it.
And
see
actually,
it too.
like if you go into Instagram on our bio,
It's
the
on-
links
It's
are
on there?
on there
Oh,
for the app
perfect.
and
So it
for
goes on there.
our website.
Awesome. I feel like
Yeah.
Instagram's a really good place to like start
Yes.
and see about the club, and then
Yes.
you can always like search from there
Yes.
too.
Yeah,
Sweet.
So it helps out a lot.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for all that
Thank
you do
you.
here and for
Thank
taking the
you,
time out for me to ask you some questions too.
thank
Thank you,
you for
Doctor,
coming
for
out.
coming
Welcome.
here.
Hey, we love
Yes,
supporting you
thank
guys.
so
Like, we
much.
love this club, and anything we can do to
Thank
keep
you.
everyone healthy and moving well.
Thank you
we
so,
wanna do that.
so
you.
much.
Yep. Sweet. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
You're always busy.
Yeah.